Live again. Hopefully this time around it's going to be a little bit better. Let's see how it goes, and if not, we might have to just pull the plug on this, guys. I'm not sure why it's being so weird today, but hopefully it will hold out. Let me just double check again. I want to make sure that everything's kind of looking smooth. All right, just 1 second. All right, so here we go. All right, looks good now. All right, perfect. All right, let me know if you've got any issues, any kind of frame drops, any choppiness. I mean, the quality of the stream is going to be lower than it was just now, and that's kind of deliberate. That's on purpose, just to keep the frame rate a bit smoother. But yeah, man, how's your holiday been? Have you been just kind of taking some downtime and just relaxing? Have you done anything special for it? So we've been to this garden before, and this guy with his kind of feathered cape wasn't here. But now it looks like we need to get these berries and go and make something with them for this big Mafia boss. Dude, yeah, it's so important to just like have some downtime. Honestly, like for the last probably like 2 years, all of my holiday time, with very few exceptions, has been just spent at home. Just it's so important to get some downtime. I feel like especially nowadays. Ever since lockdown 1, things have just been kind of crazy, haven't they? Alright, so let's have a look. So what do you think? If you got any kind of more spooky levels that you think would be good for like a Mario Maker 2 stream? So like I was saying earlier, so basically I'm thinking of doing like a few different kind of games, a bit like last year, but a bit better structured hopefully, and definitely we'll test all the technical stuff ahead of time to make sure that everything's working smoothly. But the idea is that among many of the games that I want to play with you guys, it would be cool to do some Super Mario Maker 2 viewer levels from you and everyone else. And if you've got any spooky levels that I haven't played yet, that'd be great. But if not, then I'll just play whatever you guys want to submit. It's all good. It's all just about hanging out and having fun. Alright, so I think, is this how we call the... yeah, nice. So we need to go back to New Dam City. And I guess Hot Springs? I forget where that is. Is that a coffee emoji? Oh. It, from far away, looked like a boo, almost. I was like, I need to get one of those boo emojis if they got them. I I think that's one thing that Twitch does that it'd be cool if you to have had it as well. Yeah, boot would be cool. Just having like custom emojis, that'd be really awesome. I think YouTube is kind of just waiting, just biding its time to just really turn on the screws on Twitch, and then once they do, really go all in on its streaming service. I think Twitch is pretty much a spent force. Let's have a look to see what we need to do quest wise. So we've got the glazeberries. Head back to the Rocket Mansion. Okay, perfect. So actually I think we need to go north. Who is this guy? Alright. Pretty sweet. The oriental kind of like dilapidated vibes of this game is so cool. Oh, here we go. Oh dear. I was about to say he's going to want the glazy berries, isn't he? Oh boy. Now we're really going to be in trouble. What a coincidence. Just when we got the glazy berries, this random kid that we've never met before comes and says that his dad is dying and only glazy berries that we've just got for the Mafia boss, who's not going to be happy to hear that we don't have his favorite recipe. That's the only thing that's going to save his dad. It'd be cool if at least you had a choice as to whether you wanted to like save the dad or not, and then like, you know what I mean? Like a lot of RPGs have that kind of like ABC types situations where depending on what you choose, like the game has a different outcome. It feels less kind of, I don't know what like. Do you know like when you go into like these like theme parks and you just jump on like one of these like these carts and you go into like a fun house or whatever? It feels very guided, like very choreographed. You know what I mean? Like it's exciting, but then if you go back in a second time, it's going to be exactly the same. So this is this big Mafia boss that we will bring in the berries back for, and it's going to be interesting what's going to happen. Yeah, I know. I don't think you're going to... Yeah, no, there's no jam, Alva. There's nothing. Oh dear. Blackout. You gave it away. Yep. Didn't even hesitate. Oh dear. Alva's making the classic mistake of just lying. The longer you... It's just... Nothing good comes out of pretending you've got something that you need to hand over immediately when you don't have it. Ghost peppers. Yeah, I don't think so. A strange sense of foreboding. It's quite an eloquent little sentence for just a big goon. With that scroll on the wall. There's little details in this game that are just Great. Oh, yeah, we didn't have enough people just chipping in with their 50 cents. Now we've got Isabel joining the party. Hello, Isabel. Oh dear. So what are we going to have to do? We're going to have to go back and then get those, like steal some glazy berries or whatever? Or before he turned into a big boob? There really should be like a skip dialogue option. I keep saying it, and I get tired of saying it, but there should be like a skip, like in Celeste. A second into every cutscene, you could press the skip cutscene button, and I did that every single time. Could care less about all of their kind of musings and little puns and quirks and just verbal diarrhea. So better go place an order. All right. I mean, obviously this is more kind of story driven than Celeste, but still, I mean, all you need really is just the quest book. You just go and kind of see what you need to go next, what you need to do, and then that's it. And it should really be up to you whether you want to kind of be just constantly accosted by all of this just incessant dialogue. Well, where's the King's Crab? I don't think it's here. I think it might just be down south. But I like how the city looks very different during like day, dusk, and night. Oh, here it is. Must be this one. Yeah, here we go. So I guess we need to go to the dragon. Mop it out. What's going on? Awesome that you're here. How you doing? Obviously we've been chatting recently. Yeah, no worries. It means even more that you're here when you're busy. So just nice to see you. We're sort of just looking around for stuff to do. Having to find this dragon place at the moment. Not sure where it is exactly. No, this is the Coin Palace. Alright, so... Did this thing just move? What the hell? There's an island floating in the lake outside town. Dude. That almost gave me a heart attack. Right, so let's go and find this kind of dragon place, wherever that happens to be. Oh, so we got the crab, the king crab place, whatever that is. Let's have a look at the map. Might tell us where we need to go. Okay, so it's down there. Alright, so let's go south. Oh, excuse me. Get some water. And I think we go down here. Yeah, there we go. The guys moved out of the way now. So this is opened up. So we couldn't actually access this before. So this is all new stuff. It opens tomorrow. Or we're just gonna keep getting fobbed off every time we reach the place that we're supposed to reach. We go. I think we can go there. Yeah. Low town. Oh my god! You guys see that guy? He looked like his chin was a different part of his body. Let's just put it that way. Try to keep it PG. Okay, looks like some stuff is happening down there. Who are these guys? Okay, yeah, I think this is the right way. Alright, cool. Let me just, gonna head north again. Just through that little pathway. Oh, okay, no. Cutscene. So I think this is back at the human factory. The human breeding factory. The one that we basically were at this place before we started this stream. That's kind of like the last quest that we had. We had to kind of find this slime machine. Turns out that it's like this kind of big like goo that, a bit like in the Matrix, you know, where they have the babies and just like sucking on the tube, which doesn't make any sense to me, by the way. A little bit of a tangent, but like, how is that? How are they getting more energy from sticking a tube into these babies than the energy that they're putting into the tubes, feeding them and maintaining the whole infrastructure with all of these sentinels moving around all the time? I mean, I know the whole lore about them, like, you know, needing to basically farm humans because in order to beat humans, they kind of blocked out the sun, but then they couldn't use solar power to keep themselves powered, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But honestly, like, that should have been checkmate for the AI. I mean, there's no way that they're getting more energy from the humans than they're putting into them. Right? Or am I crazy? Maybe not. Maybe just anal. Pointlessly anal. Where do we go? Okay, once we buy king crabs, we can start cooking. All right, so let's do that then. Mop it up. The talking never stops. So, like, my experience of it so far is that, like, I was telling Stratos before he joined, I think this game comes in like segments. It's like 2/3 dialogue, story stuff. And then after that, you have a dungeon with like monsters and eventually like a boss and some puzzles. And then you go back to all of this that you're seeing now, which is just tons and tons and tons and tons of dialogue. I actually missed out what this guy was saying, actually. I mean, what is that weird tentacle on his head as well? What? Okay, so obviously we're going to have to, like, guard and, like, look for this person. I mean, honestly, like, I'm not going to lie. There is way too much talking. But when you get through just mashing A through all of the text boxes and then you finally get through to actually playing the game, it is really enjoyable. It's just you have to do that a lot because it is too kind of blah 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 blah, you know. But for me, the thing is, I'm such a sucker for aesthetics. And not just aesthetics, but like ambience and music and even character design. I think apart from the amount of dialogue, everything about this game is really good. Really, like really fantastic. And even the dialogue, it's well written. It's not even bad dialogue. There's just too much of it. Like just way too much of it. I feel like they could have done with a very blunt editor. I read a book about writing a couple of years back. Actually, I read two. One of them was by a journalist. I forget his name. Ben Platt, I think maybe. Really great book. And another one from written by Stephen King. It's written kind of as a memoir slash autobiography slash kind of how to write book. And one of the things that they both said is how writing is rewriting. You know, so your first job is just to get all of your ideas just out there. And then the next process is just taking all of the crap out and then finessing that first draft and then repeating the process again and again and again and again until you really just, you know, just get rid of all of the excess stuff. And really just murder your darlings. I think that's the way some people put it. I think this game definitely missed that step of the writing process. But aside from that, it's really good. Ruining the ambience? Not at all. It's a lot more fun for me to kind of be hanging out with you guys, even when you can't see me because my blaming camera wasn't working. But hopefully I'll get it working next time. For me, like, it's weird how even like single player games like this one are much more enjoyable as like a social experience. Do you know what I mean? That's one reason why I enjoyed Super Mario Maker 1 more than Super Mario Maker 2. Just there was more buzz about the Super Mario Maker community with the first game for some reason. Not sure why that is, because the second game sold a lot better than the first one. Which is weird then that it kind of didn't feel like the community was quite as active as the first one. That's part of the reason why I enjoy the first one so much. It's more the communal feel of it. Going onto the forums, speaking to you guys, getting some feedback, giving some feedback, playing your levels, having my levels played. Without that, it's just it's not that great a game, Mario Maker, really. Unless you really just enjoy the creative process of it and just creating levels. But then you need people to play them, and if it's just some random person or people who play your levels that you never encounter apart from maybe just through like a like or the occasional comment, you don't really get back what you put into the game, which is a ton of time and effort into making hopefully really fun levels. I think this is the person we need to talk to. But yeah, it's just a kind of long roundabout way for me to say that, yeah, for me, having you guys here is at least half of the fun, if not more. Alright, so what do we do now? So we still have to go up. Who do we talk to? I mean, these guys look like just regular NPCs, but... Oh, here we are. Side quest? This little, like, goofy music. It's, like, goofy jingle, it's probably like the most, like as soon as they start with this jingle, you know you're in for a good few minutes of just blabber. So where do we... I mean, it looks like we can't go into that building, though. So I think this is where the map... Oh, so we can go in here. Here we go. Here's that goofy tune again. What is going... What? This guy just tased them to wake them up. What the hell? How neat and tidily he has everything stacked on his shelves. This definitely doesn't look like the guy you want to mess with. I like his things nice and straight. Okay, so I want to say, like, out of maybe the last hour and a half, I would say probably, and I don't think I'm exaggerating, a good 60 to 70, at least. Yeah, I would say 70 of the last 70 minutes, the last sort of hour and 10 minutes. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, guys. My brain is just frying. Out of the last hour and a half, 70 of those minutes have just probably been just dialogue. Alright, so we have to now... Okay, great. So we have to head back north, where we just came from. Were those guys new? Is that weird kind of bohemian couple there? Okay, yeah, so now we go into the king crab. Hopefully now we can get it. There we go. Do we get it? Ah, there we go. Nice. So hopefully now we can go get the big mafia boss all stuffed with his favorite delicacy, and then we can just kick on. Although something tells me this isn't over yet, guys. We still have some pain to go through. Cutscene. Oh dear. This is the definition of be careful what you wish for. There's just crabs just going insane. It's like a cockroach infestation. But imagine if cockroaches were like as big as like a tiny person. Oh dear. Or we just collect them? Is that it? Go in here. Look at his little legs wiggling under the table. Let's see if there's any one of these little guys under the bed. Yep. Crab roaches. Just one more left? Where the hell is it? No, I don't want... I'm not resting. I need to find the bloody crabs. Well, it's not here. At least it doesn't look like it is. Could it be behind... no, it's not behind the... Oh, here we go. It must be here. There we go. Alright, so that's all done. It's like in Gremlins, you know, when you drop water on them and then they just multiply and turn evil. I think we need to cook them pronto. To be honest with you, like the way that crabs and lobsters are cooked is the reason why I've stopped eating them. It's such a horrible way to go. The way like their pincers are all like bunched up with like rubber bands, and they're all just stacked in this tiny tank, and that's before they've been dragged up from the sea and just like basically just kept in nets. Ugh, it's horrible. Don't even get me started on octopuses. If you guys want to watch like a really amazing documentary, I recommend a documentary called My Octopus Teacher. That's on Netflix. It should be on American and Canadian Netflix, I believe. But have a look. I mean, I was already kind of a little bit mesmerized by octopuses after I read a couple of books about them, and I used to eat them before and not anymore. But I mean, either way, it's just a really incredible documentary about a guy who goes and finds an octopus in the ocean and then develops a really amazing relationship with it. And it is like a relationship. It's kind of... Anyways, I'll leave it there. The troops in trouble. Oh god, where do we go now? Okay. So I think we go west over here. Let's have a look. I love the way like their bellies, their pot bellies just kind of like just bounce and wobble during the idle animations. Really nice and kind of fluid, bouncy animations. Look great. I'll tell you what. One thing that this game makes me lament is the fact that Pokemon never went the Zelda route, as in after Zelda went 3D, they still kept making 2D games, right? Yeah, so you still have like all the the Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass. the three, what is it called? Three heroes or three swords? Did I know that the word octopuses has 3 different versions of the plural, which can all be considered correct? I am the wrong person to talk to about this Moppet because I've had this conversation with numerous people, and I can be a real pain in the butt to have this conversation with. So technically you're correct, but also it's a thing. So octo comes from Latin, I believe. It either comes from Latin or Greek. I forget which one it is. But then the suffix, which is pus, which means feet or legs in the other language. So basically, the suffix is either Greek or Latin, and then the prefix is the opposite. Which means, long story short, when you say... Oh no, actually, I don't think that's right. I forget which one it is. I think... Anyhow, octopi, pi would be like a, maybe... I think the pluralization, the way most people say octopi, and it's like that's Greek or Latin. I forget which one it is, honestly. But what I read apparently is that octopi is incorrect because it uses the different language pluralization from the root word, which is the other one. Does that make any sense? I'm talking absolute rubbish. But anyways, what's your version of it? So I've ranted long enough about octopuses and octopi. But actually, I'll tell you what, I don't know what the third pluralization of octopus is. I'm curious. Octopodes. Ah, right, okay. I can get really, really anal with language, which is not the most endearing characteristic. All right, finally we've got a choice in the matter. So, do you think you've got what it takes to hit my ball fast, my fast ball? Of course, we have to say of course. I try not to be like a grammar Nazi. Oh my god, what the hell? He wasn't kidding about that being fast. What? There's no way you can hit this. Oh! Oh, dude, he duped me there. Well, at least you don't get like a strike after like you could miss it like 100 times, I think, and then you still win eventually. Well, you care a little bit because you know enough to know that there's 3 pluralizations of it. So what's the third one? I need to know this now. You teased me long enough. Oh, you said octopodes? I thought that was like the animal... I don't know. Like the category of animal. Like canine. Do you know what I mean? Like canine isn't plural for dogs or wolves. It's just the family that dogs and wolves belong to. So I assumed that octopodes was the family that all the different octopuses belonged to. Because there's like different types of octopuses. Anyhow. Here's a tricky one. So fish is a non-countable noun. So you say 1 fish, 2 fish, 10 fish, 1,000,000 fish. But if you talk about how many fish there are in the sea, you can say all the fishes in the sea, because you would be talking about all the different kinds of fish. So fish is non-countable when describing a specific type of fish, but fishes is the plural for multiple kinds of fish. How confusing is that? I know this because I used to have to teach this in English and it made my head spin. Octopuses is the adopter English plural. Interesting. I've got the feeling that you and I could go back and forth on this all day, Mop It Up. Yeah. I try not to be a stickler. I think the best thing is when I'm writing or speaking, I try to be correct, but if other people make a mistake or even say something that isn't like the standard way of speaking, just leave it be. There's nothing worse than someone who goes around correcting other people. No one likes that. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's partly what makes English such an interesting language, right? Because you've got obviously it's a German. Oh, look, we've got two different destinations now. You've obviously got the Germanic route, and then a little bit of Latinization occurring after England gets conquered by Rome. And then it gets taken over by Vikings, so you've got more Scandinavian words and isms, and then after that it gets taken over by the French. And that's how apparently you end up with words like cow, which is an Anglo-Saxon word for the animal, and beef, which is a root French word, boeuf. Because the people that dealt with the animals on the ground were the English peasants, called it a cow, but the people that ate the meat were the people who could afford it, and that was the aristocracy, which was French, beef. And that's how you end up with sheep, lamb, pig, pork. It's a really interesting language, and it's really pliable as well. It's alright, he caught the beginning. No worries, yeah. You just missed a half an hour discussion about octopuses and octopi, Stratos. Didn't miss much. Mop it up. Stop it. I'm gonna have to get the mods to ban you. You could be the only person here and you get banned by the mods. Talking smack about the stream. Thaw and unthaw mean the same thing? Wait, how do you unthaw something? Isn't that a redundancy? So if you unthawed something after thawing it, then it would mean that you are refreezing it. No? I've never heard unthaw. Dude, this is like the slowest where's the cup? Oh, dude, I have no idea where it is. Did you guys see? Let's go left. Okay, so we actually have to watch where he puts the... Wait, can we not just do that again? Okay, so our job was just to make him feel good about himself. Is that the thing? So I don't really understand what it wants me to do here. It's got this as one of the destinations that I need to check, but not seeing what there is to actually do. Oh, could this be it? Yeah, no, exactly. But it's just, I've never heard unthaw. That's really weird. I've never even heard anyone say unthaw. Never seen it written. I'm sure it exists. So if you say that it exists, it must exist. But it sounds, it sounds really stupid. Stratos, yeah, that's what you get when you teach English for 6 years. You become a stickler because you have to, because people ask you questions that you never think of asking yourself. They're not even things that you even wonder about because they don't even occur to you in the first place. And then when you have to teach it to people as a second language, then these are the sorts of things that come up, and it gets really confusing. So this person keeps having the exclamation mark above their head, but nothing happens when I talk to them. So let's just go and find the other person. I think after that, it's a shame because I wanted to have a bit more action in this stream, but it looks like I did most of the action off stream, and then this has all been just blabbity blabbity blah, hasn't it? Alright, where are we? Alright, yeah, so we go in here. There's also, you had to be careful not to be like a language purist, which is a fine line, because you need to have a standardization of language. You need to have correct and incorrect ways of speaking, otherwise things can get pretty silly pretty quickly with there being no sort of right or wrong way to spell or punctuate or conjugate verbs. But on the other hand, you know, don't, can't, these are contractions of words that you know, became in wider use and replacing the original words that now people rarely use. And I'm sure that when people started saying don't, people around them maybe had the same reaction that people started to have a few years ago about like gonna, like I'm gonna or I wanna. These weren't accepted words because they weren't correct, so to speak. But they're so widely used now that like no one really cares if they're correct or not. It's just, it's the way that language just evolves. Language is always evolving. What am I don't even know what I'm supposed to do, guys. A complete level map of this game. You're an English major? Oh wow, you come from like a proper English family. You've dealt with a lot of it too. Oh wow, you guys must have had the, yeah, so I think if I was at your Thanksgiving dinner, it could get pretty intense, couldn't it? I mean, you also have things like, you know, American dialects and dialects within America that are different from each other, like the way that people in the South say y'all. You know, that's strictly not standard English, but on the other hand, it's the way that people speak there, and it gives their particular dialect the character that it has, the uniqueness that it has. So it's like a weird balancing act to sort of have a standardized version of your language that is the correct one, quote unquote, but then also realizing that language is always going to be changing and it's inevitable. So you can't be a purist. You have to You have to allow it to evolve to some degree. Okay guys, I have no idea what the hell I'm supposed to do. So I might end the stream in a bit. Or just switch the games up. How about this? How about I just do a couple of your... Would you guys be up for me to play like a couple of your Super Mario Maker levels? Because the thing is that I could just like turn on my camera and just chat with you guys for a bit. But the problem is the camera's not working. So that rules that out. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. So I don't really just want to wander around aimlessly. But I could like play your Super Mario Maker levels and have a bit of fun there for a few minutes. No, it's fine. Mario Maker, alright, let's do it. Yeah, I totally agree about like substituting the letter U for the word U. Yeah, because that's just stupid. That's just lazy. That's just lazy. That's not an evolution of language. That's a travesty. That's a butchery of the English language. No need to be careful, Stratos. Alright, so let's yeah, sorry, I'm just gonna close this up. And let's get some Mario Maker action going. And hopefully can play a few of your guys' levels and make it a bit more interesting for you. Yeah, no, I mean, I was just saying to mop it up, like, I try to be very kind of like by the book with the language that I use. I mean, I do like to like use colloquialisms like LMAO and, you know, LOL, that type of stuff. But I try not to be like judgmental of other people, because no one likes that. Alright, so let's have a look. How do I do this? I think I've got you guys both on my follow list. So I'll just pick it up from there. Stratos, you were first to the stream, so I'll go ahead and pick one of your levels. And then I'll go to one of Mop It Up's. Sound good? Oh my days, Mop It Up. that's giving me a headache. So let's have a look. Stratos, any preference? I think I've got your world. Oh no, you don't have a super world on this one. So let's see. I'll just go down to like the... So this is the last thing that I played, and I think I played all of your levels up until that stage. Yeah, I played and beat all of these levels. That's a lot of levels, man. Yeah, so let's just pick it up from where we left off, because I think the last time I played all of these levels, these were all the ones that you had, and I think since then you've gone on to create a few new ones. So let's go from Banzai Blag Basement. Sounds good. 8% clear rate. Shouldn't be too much trouble. The very top level? Okay, I'll do the top level after this one then. But not before I play Mop It Up's level. Oh! I knew that was going to happen. There we go, just gotta wait. So I've never seen like the giant bullet bills kind of like crawling on the lava. I guess not crawling. Now, I'm really conscious of the language that I use because I think Mop It Up's going to slate me. Not crawling. What would you say? Ugh! Mop It Up. What's a correct verb now? For what these bullet bills are doing. This is really cool so far. I really like this. Ow. This is one of those where, like, I can tell you did some extensive play testing. Just get all the timing right. Really cool so far. Oh no, I tried to let... No! Crap. Tried to let him go, but... Alright, get rid of this guy. Oh no, that didn't go as planned. Oh no! So this is the world where things go bonkers. Oh, I think I remember you mentioning about maybe your recent levels being a little bit harder. I think you talked with me about that. I mean, honestly, 8%, that's a really generous clear rate. So... Also, it's nice when kind of difficulty curve starts going up, you know? Ooh, I just clipped that pillar over there, almost fell into the lava. Potabo. Checkpoint. Oh, that was awesome. Really, really cool level, Stratos. Yeah, I remember you saying that. I mean, I'll have to disagree with the feedback that you got, because I mean, I haven't played the rest of your levels, but if this is the kind of difficulty increase that you're talking about, for me, it's perfect. If anything, it's leaning on the easy side. I mean, things don't get really difficult for most people, until you get sort of like under 5%. And even that's pretty okay. Yeah, and it's also very, like, I don't want to say subjective, because I think there is... It's not, like, difficulty isn't completely subjective. It is kind of, there is a spectrum. But in terms of the difficulty that people prefer, I mean, that is subjective. Like, some people enjoy difficult levels, other people don't. You know, like, I played... The most difficult level I completed was from Panga. It was an SMB 1 level. It took me probably about 8 hours, at least, of just constant practice. It took me so long that I had to leave it and come back to it the second day. But I enjoyed the challenge, and eventually when I got it, it was an incredible feeling. You know? Right, Mop It Up. So have you got any levels in particular that you want me to try out? Or how about, do you want me to play your world instead? What do you think? Yeah, dude, that was no kidding. I'll show you the level. What I'll do is, after I play this Mop It Up level, I'll show you that that level from Panga. I definitely won't be able to beat it. It's been more than a year. But at least you can get an idea of... Hopefully I can get far enough into it that you can kind of see. Alright, so I'll jump into your world then, because that's pretty cool. Yes, I'll do one level of your world, and then unless it's like super duper easy, and then if I finish it like in one try in 30 seconds, then I'll do a second level as well. But if not, I'll just show you very quickly that Panga level. Okay, you're liking this already. Very picturesque design. Oh, the squirrel suit. I never figured out how to use this properly. You know why? Because I never so I never owned the original new SMBU. New SMB Wii U, I think it's called, isn't it? Such a mouthful. So I never really got a hang of it. Because I've honestly, like, for years I've been waiting for that game to go on sale on the Switch eShop so I can finally get it. Because it was like, what, a 2014 release, and they're putting it at full price on the Switch. It's like, come on. It's more expensive than Super Mario Maker. You know, but Super Mario Maker, as much as I criticize it, has infinite levels and also a much higher ceiling in terms of level design. I feel like I'm missing out a lot of stuff here at the bottom, so I'm going to go and backtrack and maybe check out some of the stuff that I've been missing. Oh, no. There we go. Alright, nice. So we got the squirrel suit, or the acorn, or whatever it's called. Ah, there we go. I knew I was missing something. Yeah, 2012, I mean, even more to the point. You know, like, I love Nintendo games, but really, they really take the biscuit with prices. I mean, I know that they don't want to, like, devalue their products, but you have to realize that games don't maintain their value over time. Like, you know, save for like people that collect games as a hobby, you know, a video game isn't worth today what it was 20 years ago. It just isn't. You know, the market's changed. Really cool first level. Let's have a look. There we go, first level. Get an easy tag from me. It is, and I don't mind if that's what they cost initially, but you can't just relaunch it on a next-gen console and, you know, 9 years later and charge the same or more than what it cost in the first place, you know, and they just do that consistently. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys very quickly this Panga level that I was referring to. Let's have a look. You might have seen me play before, actually. If I can only find it. Is it this one? Looks like he might have changed his name. Ah, here we go. So you can see, so I beat it already. So it's got like a 0.04 clear rate. This is like masochistic stuff. And the only reason why these levels are like easier than the rest of his levels are that they have a checkpoint. Oh god. To these hitboxes. I forgot how crazy the spite hitboxes are in Super Mario Maker 2. So I'll wait for him to just... No, you can't wait for him. You have to let him go up. Why did I do this to myself? Because I'm crazy. I mean, honestly, like, the motivation at the time was to make a video out of it. But I ended up actually enjoying it. Shit. Yeah. Have you guys seen me play this level before? I should be able to make it like near the first checkpoint without that much trouble. It is kind of like muscle memory after a while. But don't worry, like, if I take ages on this level, I'll just drop out and go back to your guys' levels. You do, yeah? Yeah, I mean, this is ages ago. This is, like, far and away the hardest thing I've ever cleared. Or even attempted. I forget how you do that jump. I think you might have to, like, jump to the left and then kind of swing back. Anyways, point being, your levels are definitely not on the difficult end of the spectrum by any stretch of the imagination. So, oof. One second, guys. That's my wife. Hello, love. Yeah, I'm直播right now. Yeah. Are you alright? Okay. Alright, see you in a bit. Bye-bye. Oh! Okay. That was like a really bad time to pause. Oh god. I might give this one like a few more tries. Yeah, like honestly, like just don't even worry about it. Like honestly, like with the amount there's very few people who produce the amount of levels that you produce with the consistency in quality that you produce them with. Like, it's very easy to just churn out level after level after level that isn't well thought out and designed properly and tested. But you do it and take a real painstaking approach to making them not only enjoyable but well presented. They flow well. They always play on like 2 or 3 elements at most. Oh man, this is a tough jump. Definitely she's to blame, she knows that. That's why she hung up the phone so quickly when I told her we're still streaming. Yeah, no worries, man. I mean, I mean it. You know, if I didn't think what I just said, then I wouldn't say it. I mean, I definitely wouldn't trash you live on stream. But I wouldn't lie about what I said. I mean, throughout all the streams I've done for like, I don't know, like 2 years. I mean, you saw like all of those levels that I played them. I didn't even play them on stream. I just played them because I wanted to play some good Mario Maker levels, and I knew that I had a bunch of good stuff from you that I hadn't played yet that would be really, really fun to play. So I did. Alright, I'll do a few more tries. Try to get back to that part where my wife called me. And then if we can't get it, then I'll just go back to your guys' levels. Because that jump, so the first jump after the thwomp, this jump is tricky because you have to... Oh my god. There you go. Oh, you see guys, you see this is I mean, it took me ages just to get to that part and not die constantly the first time I played. I mean, this is already a lot better than the first sort of 10 minutes. The first hour that I played this level for. Definitely not as good as the last like sort of after I'd played it for like 6 or 7 hours. I would just coast through this part. Right, I'll do 3 more deaths. Alright, that's 1. Oh, dude, Ready Nick's levels are like a breeze compared to this. And he also designs really good levels. They're just, for me... Alright, that's 2. 1 more death. Yeah, generally speaking, the Kaiser tricks that he puts in his levels are maybe a little bit on the difficult side for me. The reason I can manage this one... Shit. The reason I can manage this level is that it's an SMB1, and so you don't have things like shell jumps and like really like complicated maneuvers. But Ready Nick has some really, really awesome levels. Alright, so let's go back to... let's have a look. I'll do 1 more of your guys' levels each. So do you want me to... Shall I do this one? Or do you prefer if I play them in order, Stratos? So I think you wanted me to play your latest one. But I haven't played the ones leading up to it yet. What do you think? And then I'll do one of... I'll do the next level in Mop It Up's world. Yeah, his Kaiser levels are tough, man. Alright, yeah, I'll go in order then. Be good to kind of let the difficulty unfold. Alright, so this is a 3.96% one. Okay, so I see it's a little bit of a spike in difficulty there, but nothing crazy. Oh, sun in the underground. Oh. Oh, I forgot with these yellow pipes, these piranha plants. Piranha plants come out way faster. Oh, it went the other way. Yeah, exactly. Oh! I don't know why I thought it was gonna, like, go underneath me. Be careful here. Oh, dude. Oh, the parachute Goombas are my worst nightmare. No, 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 Mr. Goomba. Mr. Goomba, no, no. Oh, crap. Oh, Hammer Bro. Alright, let's see. I'm assuming that's going to be a power up. No. Just a coin. Oh! Almost made it. Oh man, the sun. How rude. So I never noticed how the sun kind of realigns as you're moving vertically through the level. So like he kind of resets his position as well to sort of line up with you. Oh dude. Oh, that was such a cool section. Oh, no. No, 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 no. that Hammer Bro at the end. Such a troll. Love that. That's a great level. And that took us, what, 3 tries? Yeah, so that's fine. It's not a problem. I mean, it is, like, challenging for sure, but it's not, like, unfair. I think the only times when I have complaints about difficulty is when it's unfairly difficult. Like a Kaizo block at the end of a really, really difficult level with no checkpoint and no prior indication of any trolls. And then you hit a Kaizo block and you fall into a death pit. That's not difficult because it's challenging. That's just arbitrarily just trollish and annoying. But your level's definitely not that. So, right, so let's do one mop it up level. Well, hopefully, yeah. I mean, we're only in World 1 so far, so hang on a minute. Oh no, so yes, we did. Okay, it did save our progress. I thought it didn't save it. I like the way you designed the overworld as well. But, you know, things might get a bit more sticky as we progress through the world. Okay, straight away we've got the Super Mario 3D World theme, which I love. That is such a great game. Such a great game. I don't think it gets the recognition that it deserves, honestly. I'll tell you one thing that I like. I slag off Super Mario Maker 2 a lot, But one thing that is really, really neat is the fact that they included vertical levels. Oh man, I forgot these were grabbable. I think I almost find it easier to jump without the catsuit. Like, it's nice to have the extra power up so you don't die straight away. And also climbing is really cool. There we go. Oh, I'm liking this section a lot. Oh. Oh, come on, let's not get hit now. We've done so well. And there we go. Nice. Very nice second level. You weren't cohesive? Yeah. It's funny because I thought about making a world for ages, and I was kind of wanting to use as many styles as possible, but then also wanted to keep it kind of the same. I think as long as it's fun, like, who cares? You know what I mean? Yeah, really cool level. Not overly complicated, straightforward. Which I think when you're playing a world, that's what you want. You want to be able to just go through level after level after level. And the experience becomes the whole game as opposed to just a single level. You know? But there you go, guys. I think that's going to be it. Thank you so much for hanging out. You guys are the reason why I do these streams, even if it's just 1 or 2 people. So it's not just me talking to myself. And I'll try to sort out the camera for next time and the quality of the stream. Every time it just seems it's just something different. I don't know if it's my my laptop or the software that I use, the streaming software. Maybe both. But I'll tell you one thing that I'm really, really looking forward to doing is the Halloween streams, especially in the final week of this month. And it just so happens that the 30th and 31st of October fall on the Saturday and Sunday, which is great. So just like last year, we're going to do some challenges, and I'll let you guys know kind of leading up to it what we're going to do. If you've got any ideas or anything that you'd like me to play, throw it by me. I'll give it a thought. But it should be a lot of fun, and it'd be great if you guys are around, or if you're out doing your Halloween stuff, maybe you can watch it later. But anyhow, so we'll be in touch. We'll in the Discord. Guys, have a great day on your side of the pond, and we'll be chatting shortly. Take care, guys. Thanks for being here.